into it. Excellent, excellent. Okay, today's topic, and this is something I actually had a look. We have only covered it once 2 years ago, and it is planning to succeed. There's something that when I went to my parents' house, I saw on the wall in my old bedroom from years ago. It was the first affirmation I ever printed and put up on a wall. And it was, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. Now, if you say that to most people, they'll say, yeah, that makes sense. If you don't have a plan, you're not really going to have much chance of success. But before we can beat ourselves up or other people about not having a plan, what is planning? What's your definition? I want you to think about it. Do you think of someone sitting down, planning out their week, maybe to the hour? Do you see someone with each quarter lined up for their financial goals? Do you think of someone maybe just setting a goal and then creating all the steps to succeed at it? If you think about planning, what's your idea of planning? Is that something that you do, or is it something you don't do? Again, this isn't a chance to beat ourselves up. This is a chance for us to be curious. I like to think that planning is essentially thinking about how to achieve a goal. That's what I put it down to. There is a goal, and there is thinking about the best way to achieve it. To create even more clarity, I like to think that there are two ways to plan. The first way is, one, identify a goal and create a plan before you take action. So you go, I want to do this. What I can do is this. That's where you sit down and create the plan. But then the second one that not many people think about is figuring it out while in the situation and just on the fly. A lot of people come up with plans not sitting down with a pen and paper in a dedicated hour when they're in the shower. Why? Because they're thinking about their goals. And you can think about this another way, is that maybe you want to decide you want to cook dinner. There's this dinner I want. So you create a plan. I'm going to go to the shops. I'm going to park here. I'm going to take my bags. I'm going to purchase these items and I'm going to cook my dinner. Then I'm going to come home and cook your dinner. What happens if you get there and that car spot, the place where you normally park, is sectioned off because they're doing works there? Suddenly you have to think again. You have to plan again. Well, where can I park now? Then you get inside and you realize, I've only got 3 bags. Now I can't buy all the food. I have to plan what food I'm going to go with and without. Then the key ingredient's not there and you can't make the meal. We're constantly planning. We're constantly taking stimulus and creating plans to achieve our goals. Now, in that situation, you're in it. You're right in it. You want food. You need food. So you're going to come up with a plan and you're going to make it happen. But a lot of the time, what people do with their goals is, it's the last thing that they do. I like to call it in survival mode rather than thrival mode. They're thinking about all the things they need to do to survive, not what they need to thrive. All the people who are really successful, maybe they don't sit down and come up with a specific plan, but they're constantly thinking about it. It's on their mind. When they're in the shower, they're thinking about what to do. When they're on a walk, they're thinking about how to do this thing. Now, there's lots of different ways to plan. You can sit down, plan your day the night before. You can do the Eisenhower matrix and go urgent, not urgent, all the different things, and you put all the different tasks. The most effective plan is the one that you believe you can do. That's it. There's no point to coming up with this specific, amazing plan if you look at it and go, there's no chance, and you know in your heart there's no chance in how you're going to do it. Planning is a skill, and it's something that you get better at. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a little bit of practice planning. And then we're going to do it on something simple. Don't worry, we're not going to try and figure out how to achieve your massive goal of running $1 million empire, or how you're going to have that 6-pack in 6 months or anything, nothing that crazy. What we're going to do is we're going to just have a look at, can I set a simple task? What's my thinking process for it to help me get it done? So if you haven't already, grab a pen and paper, or you can open up a new document on your device if you need to. For the journaling prompts, Mindset Mondays, Planning for Success. You can name it that if you want. I can't remember what I called it at the start. That's why I'm saying that. Number 1, the first journaling prompt. What is the goal that you're wanting to achieve right now? And I want you to think about something small that you can work on right now and make it specific. So you might have a goal, I want to be in bed each night by 9:30. Maybe that's your goal to get more sleep. I want to get 7 hours sleep each night. Maybe you want to spend 4 hours on the weekend cleaning your house. I want you to think about something that you're thinking about that you want to get done, and I want it to be something this week. So bring it in really close. And you can journal this by writing the goal I want to achieve right now is. The goal I want to achieve right now is. And make it specific. Right? What, when, how much. Maybe you want to apply for 3 jobs by Friday. And if you need to, just take a deep breath. Deep breath out. If you're already feeling challenged, that's good. If anything's coming up for you, that's good. And once you've got something written down, just give me a thumbs up so I know to move on. And I want to make sure everyone's got something before we move on. So I want to see everyone with a thumbs up emoji. Thanks, Tash. Or if you've got your camera on, you can give me a thumbs up. Thanks, Alan. Thanks, Andrea. Thanks, Brittany. Thanks, Zoran. Lucy, Rose, Carrie. Excellent, excellent. All right, perfect. Moving on. Question number 2. What do you know needs to be done or maybe figured out to achieve this goal? Do you need to look up something, plan a time, block out your calendar, etc.? And I want you to dot point your answers to this. To succeed at my goal, I know I can buy. To succeed at my goal, I know I can buy, and then dot point your answers. Whatever comes to you. I want to be in bed by 9:30 each night because that gives me 7 hours plus sleep, which means I need to brush my teeth, need to do my stretching. What I can do is I can set an alarm on my phone to go off at 9 p.m., letting me know I've got half an hour to get my crap together. Maybe there's something you don't know. Maybe it's something you need to figure out. I need to figure out what foods I can eat. Again, just take a deep breath if you need to. As Bob Proctor said, you don't have to know how at the start. Figuring it out is the fun part. And if anything you're writing makes you feel heavy, look at it and go, I'm glad or I'm lucky I get to do that. And if you don't have a perfect plan, that's fine. That's all good. All right, has everyone got a few things written down? Yep. Tash leading the way there. I like it. Alan, beautiful. Excellent, excellent. Now, if you want, you can leave some space under this one because you might want to come back and add a few things. You might ponder this over the next, when you finish this session. But we'll move on to number 3. What I want you to do is I want you to look at what you've put and organize the list into a step-by-step strategy. You've probably written a few things on there and you've realized, okay, that's probably the last thing. That's probably the first thing. That probably needs to happen somewhere in the middle. And maybe you're looking at it and going, I don't know if that's correct. I need to refine how I write that or just define it. So number 3, I want you to write my plan to succeed at my goal is. And underneath that, just write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. Have a look at your answers and just go, okay, this is the order I think it should happen. If you're going down the street to do a shopping, you first thing is you'd look in the fridge, see what's there. Second thing is you'd write a list. Third, you hop in the car and drive there. Fourth, you'd walk around, do your shopping, get all the things you need. 5, you come home, put everything in the fridge. 6, you start cooking your dinner. 7, you eat it. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, but to the best of your ability right now, with your level of awareness, what might the plan look like? And again, smile while you're doing this. We're talking about something you want to do, a plan, something you want to achieve. This isn't high school or uni where there's pressure on you and someone's coming to check your work. This is something you want to do. And as you're doing this, just noticing how you're feeling. If it's making you feel anxious, if it's making you feel excited, that's there's no failure in this. It's just feedback. Planning is a skill, but it's not binary. It's not whether you can do it or you can't do it. It's like there's a sliding scale. And like everything, sometimes we just need to practice to get better at it. All right, excellent. Has everyone got their plan? Everyone's feeling good about their plan? Well, I can mainly see Tash's face, so I'm just going off her energy. And if everyone's like Tash, everyone's having a good time. Andrew's having a good time as well. Look, excellent. All right, perfect. Now, one of the things that when you're an adult and you have a plan, nobody comes to check up on you. You know, it's not like homework where a teacher comes and says, where's that thing?" A lot of the time we have to hold ourselves accountable. So, number 4, I want you to ask yourself, how can you hold yourself accountable to follow through? And this is where you get to be creative. What will guarantee your success? So, number 4, you can write to make my success definite, I can. To make my success definite, I can. For me, when I quit smoking, I said to everyone at work, if I have another cigarette, I owe everyone at work $100. When I was trying to do my 9:30 p.m. thing, I did it like 2 months ago. I did it for a month straight, and I was very good at it. Me and my partner had a deal. If one of us wasn't in bed at 9:30, we had to give the other person a 20-minute massage. Get creative with it. Is there a friend that you can text and say, "Hey, if I don't, this is my plan. If I don't do it, I owe you a dinner out." What is it that, and this is where you get creative because as an adult, no one's coming. I'm not going to come and check your list. Nobody's coming to check. It's up to us. So how can you hold yourself accountable? or get someone else to hold you accountable. You can even write, message David, tell him my plan, and if I don't do it, I have to donate $20 to Mindset Mondays. I'm more than happy to help you out with that. Someone said, I can't remember what book it was. It's like accountability is the glue that holds a decision to action. Can't remember, or a plan to action. I can't remember what it was. Ah, funny that you say that, Andrea. I actually have ADHD. I've found that it works, especially ADHD people find public things like that's why for me saying to the guys at work, if I did it, we don't like to fail in public. So if you can find a way to, without causing yourself too much issue, to create it as a public thing, then it tends to motivate us highly. All right, perfect. Now, I'd love for you guys in the chat, yeah, just to put a couple of words about how you're feeling right now. Are you feeling hopeful about your plan? Are you feeling confused? No right or wrong answers. I'll just give you guys a minute to share. Lucy, yeah, feeling excited. Alan, feeling motivated. Excellent. I'm confident about my plan. Love that, Zoran. Hopeful about the plan, unsure about making myself accountable. All right, Tash, we're gonna have a deal. You're gonna have to send me a message. Make yourself something something you want to be held accountable to. Let me know about it, and I'll check in with you. Ah, you're still here, Andrea, and that's the thing that counts. You know, planning again is a skill. Doesn't mean you're gonna succeed perfectly the first time. I'm gonna say this: not one plan I've ever had has gone exactly to plan. Not one. And if it did, I would be absolutely astounded. All right, perfect. We'll jump into our guided visualization slash meditation now. So just take a moment, just get yourself nice and comfortable. If you're feeling a little bit in your, left hand brain right now, a little bit over analyzing yourself and what you've got to do, just take a moment to just shake it out. And we're going to jump into the meditation. So just take a second to get yourself nice and relaxed, nice and calm. Play some music and we'll jump right into it. Just taking a moment to find yourself into a nice position that you can stay awake and comfortable. And just slowly take a deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, and feel your body relax into that nice position you can stay in. Pull your shoulders back just a little bit, get your spine nice and straight. And with another deep breath in through your nose, out through your mouth, you can slowly close your eyes and arrive into stillness. Just giving yourself permission to be here. There's nothing to achieve, nothing to do right now, just to be here. Feel your mind becoming more present. Feel your mind focusing on my voice. Just hearing the music and my voice wash over you, letting go of all other thoughts. And we're going to do a breathing exercise where we breathe in through our nose, into our stomach, 4 seconds. We hold our breath at the top, not forced, but just nice and still for 6 seconds. Breathe out through our mouth for 4 seconds and hold again for 6 seconds. We're going to do 2 rounds together, and then I'm going to allow you to do 2 rounds by yourself. We'll take our first inhale through the nose in 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. Then hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Breathe out, 2, 3, 4. And hold, 2, 3, 4. Continue on your own. And allow your breathing to return to normal. Just noticing how you're feeling. Just being curious, being present. And in your mind, I want you to repeat after me. I am ready to upskill my ability to plan and execute. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And repeat, I feel powerful when I plan and execute. Breathe in. Breathe out. My belief in myself increases when I plan and try my best. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Now I want you to, in your mind, imagine the moment that you've achieved your goal. Imagine that you've just completed it, whatever it was, the goal that you had in mind. Step into a moment when you've realized, hey, I succeeded. I actually did what I set out to do. And just see what you can see, what might be happening around you. Take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. And just notice how you feel. Do you feel powerful? Do you feel energized? Feel proud of yourself. As you're enjoying that beautiful feeling, I want you to imagine that you're coming back from that moment, back into your body where you're seated right now. And I want you to imagine that this session is over. It's 9 p.m. tonight, and you're going to go on with your night as if you're getting ready to succeed at your goal. I want you to imagine yourself standing up, and for the next minute, I want you to create a plan in your mind of what you would do tonight and see yourself going about it. Just noticing how long things take, creating a plan that you can succeed at, and just enjoying practicing this process. Now imagine that you've gone to sleep tonight and you're waking up tomorrow morning and you're feeling good. You have a plan to achieve your goal. And you're not just thinking about it. I want you to go through your whole morning routine, how you would like to go through it, taking any actions that are needed to get yourself ready to succeed at your goal. Again, just being curious, no perfection needed, just exploring options. Be it and enjoy it for the next 40 seconds, what you do tomorrow morning. Imagine you're now going into your lunch break. You can see yourself having a break, but still thinking about your goal, planning. It's not leaving you. You want to succeed. You can see yourself writing down ideas, visualizing, thinking about how to succeed at your goal. And you feel this beautiful feeling come over you. You're in harmony with what you want to be doing. You feel motivation, momentum. Take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. And see yourself go into your afternoon in harmony with your goal, thinking about it, doing what you need to do throughout the day after lunch. As you're doing it, just in your head, feeling this idea, I am someone who plans and executes. And I love that. As you're doing it, just noticing all the little things that you're doing to be ready for your goal, to do your goal. Just noticing all those little thoughts, those ideas, enjoying it. And imagine now that you're moving into the evening and you're about to have dinner. And I want you to take a moment to celebrate. For the last 24 hours, you've been someone who's been focused on your goal, having ideas, planning, thinking about it, harmonizing with it, and just noticing how good it feels to be thinking about something worthwhile, something important. Just take a deep breath into that. Deep breath out. And in your head, repeat after me. I love setting myself a goal, creating plans, and moving towards it. I am someone who plans consistently, constantly, and I love it. I am now in harmony with what I want. And imagine that it's tomorrow night and you're walking into the bathroom to do your teeth, get ready for the night, and you see yourself in the mirror and you see someone who's now in harmony with the goal. And you've got a big smile on your face, you feel really proud of what you've done. You look at yourself in the mirror and you just say thank you. You just feel the emotions coming up within you and hear it again. Thank you. Thank you. Feel a sense of pride, sense of satisfaction coming over you. Take a deep breath into it. Deep breath out. And just noticing how you want this to be your way of being. And with that, let go of the image. Let go of the bathroom. Come back into your body where you are right now. And just feel this sense within you that you know you want to be someone who can plan and execute. You've seen what it looks like. It won't always be perfect, but a plan and action can always be happening and taken. Take a deep breath into that. Feel a sense of energy rise up within you, a desire to go on from this meditation and succeed. And with that, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Start to wiggle your fingers and toes, slowly just coming more back into your body, noticing the temperature of the room, how your body feels. And with another deep breath in and deep breath out, you can slowly open your eyes. Welcome back and well done. All right. Well done, everyone. A little bit of a different visualization there. Like I said, we haven't done this one for a couple of years. But I just want to say to you, thank you. And well done to yourself for coming here and doing this. You know, this probably, for some people, it was very easy. For other people, it could have been, felt like an impossible task. And that's okay, either way. Like I said, planning is just a skill. It's not something to be afraid of. It's just something to look at and go, am I good at this or not? Do I have things that get in the way or not? And that's okay. You know, someone who's had ADHD, bipolar disorder, planning and executing was something I could never do. And over time, developing systems, developing tools, I'm now able to plan out a day and execute 80% of it. I've had one day in the whole 3 years where I've been planning where I literally set every task and I managed to do everything exactly how I thought I would. to within like 5 minutes. And I got to the end of the day, I'm like, wow. And that was like a year ago. It hasn't happened again, but it's just something that you get better at. And this is where I think when you have a plan and you go to do it, journaling to reflect on it is very, very helpful. Now, with that said, what we're going to do tonight is I'm going to, if you need to jump off, you can jump off, completely understand, go on with the rest of your night. If you want to go into the session, back into Meetup and give this session a review, that would be amazing. But as always, what we do is we stay on tonight and I open it up to you guys to ask either a question, share something about your experience tonight or something that came to you, or you can even offer an insight. As planning is an individual thing, maybe you've got something that works for you. For me, planning and reviewing the night before, setting times is really, really helpful. I have a look at what time I'm going to be asleep. I have a look at what tasks I've got to do the next day, what's the highest priority, and then I just plan it in to the best of my ability. I find that to be the best way for me. I always know what the most important task is, and I try and do that first thing in the morning when I've got energy. I always leave low medial tasks till the end of the day because I know I'm going to be burnt out. So everyone has their own thing. So if you've got something that you'd like to add, amazing. So what we'll do is I'll open it up to you guys. I'm just going to have a look because I've got to change it so you guys can unmute yourself. And first of all, we'll go with Tash, then we'll go with Andrea. So if you want to unmute yourself, Tash, and just share either a question, a takeaway from tonight, or maybe an insight.
I'm not sure what to share tonight. That was good, and it was good because I've just set myself a smaller achievable goal because it's just for this week, and knowing that I couldn't do it on the weekend, so I've allowed for that. But it was good, and it was I visualized how I can do that, and factor other things into tomorrow to keep me on track because I won't be able to do it till after work, but at least visualize during the day that I would make myself ready to do it after work. So yeah. So no, with the visualization was good. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that, Tash. One of my favorite lines is a visual representation of a thing is the beginning of it. It's very hard to do something that you can't see. If you can't see it, it's like trying to build IKEA furniture without knowing what it is. It's very, very difficult.
Yeah, true.
For me, I'm a very visual person. You know, Andrea, if you've got ADHD as well, you know we're very visual. So it means for me, I have to be able to see it. I need to know what it looks like. And if I look at my plan and I can't see it, first thing I do is close my eyes and try and figure it out. Because I know if I can't see it, I'm not going to be able to do it. Perfect. Love it,
Excellent.
Tash.
Thank
And
you.
you'll have to let me know what your thing is. Send me a message and I will hold you accountable. I'll check in with you.
All right, thank you.
You thank me now, wait till 3 days down the track and you're like, oh no. All right, next up we've got Andrea and then we've got Carrie. Andrea, would you like to share a question, an insult, not an insult, an insight or a takeaway? Go for it. I'll just, yeah, there we
So I
go.
just realised I better unmuted myself, but I think you muted me as I'm trying to
Yeah,
unmute me. Is that right?
I tried to ask you to unmute yourself. That was quite funny.
Yeah, because I just suddenly said, oh, I didn't unmute myself, and it went straight back to mute. The other funny thing I was still laughing about is my middle name's Kerry. You were saying Andrew, then Kerry. Well, that's both of me.
Fair
The,
enough.
yeah, my trouble with affirmations is that I might make an affirmation that I'm something, and there's that little bit of my brain that goes, well, no, you're not.
Yeah, so the key to that is with affirmations is to all affirmations always change based on your level of belief. The key with affirmations is to always make them something that's identity based that you can believe. So for instance, if it's like, I'm a millionaire and you're like, no, you're not. Then it's like you can say something like, I continuously am up leveling my knowledge of how to make and manage money. If you're like, okay, that's something I believe. So it's the key is to always put it just on the verge of something that you can believe. Otherwise, your mind will go, no, you're not. That's stupid. And then that will actually
Yes.
have the opposite
Yeah,
effect because affirmations,
yeah,
what you're trying to always do is incite an emotion that changes your state to up level your level of belief
yeah.
because belief is an emotion.
Yeah,
So
and
yeah.
another thing, there was something I was listening to a few days ago, some online thing, And they actually said something about rather than doing affirmations, because they do that even when you think they're not sometimes, is that you ask yourself a question and it short circuits something. I think it was like it short circuits that bit of your logical brain that says, well, no, I'm not yet. And you ask, why are you something? And it actually supposedly works better.
Yeah, you
Can't
can do
remember
that
what it
as
was I
well.
was listening to. Or,
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, I kind of agree, and I like this. The thing about an affirmation is, and I think James Clear said it really well, is that you don't build by belief by shouting affirmations in a mirror. You build it by having an undeniable stack of evidence that you are who you say you are. But the thing about evidence is, whatever you go looking for, you find. So, for instance, if you say I'm becoming wealthier and wealthier, it's like you can look at, or if you say I'm getting better at earning money, you can look at it and go, well, I'm earning more money than I was 10 years ago. So
Mm,
whatever you're looking for, you try and find evidence of it. So it's like your mind will either try and prove something wrong or prove it right. So you've got to try and use tricks to help it prove it right.
mm,
And if you have that feeling, then it's like, well, why do I know that there's part truth in that? Or you can also say, why do I know that it's possible I can? So those are two that I like to use. If I doubt it, I'm like, why do I know it's possible that I can? Well, I know it's possible because, and then it's, yeah, same thing.
mm.
Perfect. Thanks for sharing, Andrea.
Yeah.
All right. Next up, we've got Carrie, and then we've got Brittany. Go for it, Carrie.
Hello, David. Hello, everyone. So, another Monday, another place. So, I've been jumping places every Monday. So,
Yeah.
I'm back here in my hometown. I just celebrated Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to the mothers out there. And yeah, I'm so happy to be with my family right now. So, and with the plans, I think I'm really good at planning, but sometimes the implementation I couldn't really like check all the I do all the checklists, but at least I have a guide. So like planning is my way of guiding what I should do next. So right now, I'm planning on. Oh no, my goal is to plan and organize the incoming events of this May and June while I'm here in the Philippines. So yeah, I'm so excited to organize it with my friends and my family and my incoming birthday in June where it will be celebrated. And then, yeah, and then I jot down the steps on how to achieve it. So, like, ask for availability, look for budget, order materials, transportation, logistics, and all that. And yeah, I'm so excited. And like you,
Excellent.
David, I'm very visual. So, um, there's so many downloads in my mind today, like so many ideas. Like I think I had ADHD too, and because I'm a Gemini. My mind is everywhere, so like so many creative stuffs in my brain right now, and I'm so out of those so many things. My problem is how can I like do them all like one at a time?
Well, the thing is, you
So that's
can't
my
do everything. One of the things about being one of the
pattern.
things about being a human with a soul or a spirit is your spirit is infinite and your body is limited. Your spirit can do
Why is
everything.
my
Your body can only do certain things. So there is always going to be a point where you have to make a choice whether you do this or that. And that's okay. That's just part of the human experience, part of us.
That's why we have to schedule it, I guess, or cluster it, or take
Yeah.
one day at a time,
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. It's a good way to maximize that you get to do a lot of the things that you want to do while you're here. So it's a good strategy. Excellent. And again, it's just something you
Um,
get better at and you learn. It's like you have a look. I created a plan last time. What happened? It fell apart. Why? Was I too ambitious? Did I not have the skills? And that's where you start learning and you get feedback. And then you go again. Well, how can I make a plan that I can succeed at? I think that's a really good starting point. It's like if you look at the plans, like, and it's not doable, what plan can I succeed? And then go with that. But yeah, that's awesome, Gary. Glad to hear that you're already a fellow planner and you're taking some actions and getting things done.
Yes, thank you. It should be a feasible plan and a doable plan.
Yes, definitely. Well, what is it? An achievable plan is so much better than a perfect plan you're never going to do.
Ambitious plan.
Yeah. All right. If you want to go create really outlandish plans that you're never going to actually do, just become a politician.
Exactly.
All right, perfect. We'll move on to Brittany and then Rose. Go for it, Brittany.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much, David. Oh, I have a question. How many journaling prompts do we have? Like, I was working on them, but then I try to copy and paste again. Even when you read them, I write them, but then I try to copy and paste again just to, go through it. And I only got two in the chat. So I was wondering if you would, maybe in our group chat, if you could put those, because I
Yeah.
was like really into it and then I lost it. And
Oh,
I
you're
just
talking
wanted
about tonight's session, or are you talking about
to
the?
tonight. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. I'll copy them from this and I'll just send them to you privately so you can go through them.
Okay, thank you. And oh, Andrea, one thing I wanted to say to you, thanks for sharing. I mean, I have ADHD too. I don't have autism, but I've got lupus and I've got a lot of like chronic health conditions. And sometimes I do find it, challenging to go through with plans. But the fact that like you're here, it means you can do something, which is a lot better than nothing. And I just think, it's like do what you can and it will bring you that much closer to your goal. And also, it's been helpful for me to join the WhatsApp chat. So that might be helpful for you too.
Yeah.
And Carrie, I wanted to thank you for, bringing positive energy and always sharing about your travels. It sounds really interesting.
Excellent. Thanks for sharing, Brittany. I appreciate it. And yes, you've been smashing it. You've been taking lots of goal-orientated actions. So it's and when you're moving towards a goal, everyone has this idea, oh, it's going to be this big, beautiful thing and it's crazy. And so no, it's really just a lot of just sitting down saying that you're going to do something and then feeling satisfied after you just do little things. And that's a lot of what, goal achieving is. It's just small little actions that you over time just chalk up and then you just look back and go, wow, I've done a lot.
Yeah, and sometimes what I've had to do is I had like too many goals. I think somebody else mentioned that. And then it was like, okay, well, maybe there's certain things I have to cut back on so that I can prioritize my goal and try to combine like kind of like habit stacking. Okay, like when am I going to do this goal and to get into just the habit of doing the action steps
Yeah,
for that.
habit
Or
stacking is a very good idea because you want to make it so that it's routine. Because if you're constantly changing between chopping and changing, you won't develop a routine. And a routine is just a habit that you don't have to think about doing anymore. For instance, I've been doing my health one to get to 88 kilograms by the wedding. And the first thing was, well, if I'm going to do that, I'm probably going to have to eat big, healthy meals. So that was my first thing. And I spent like maybe 2, 3 weeks. All I was focused on was just eating. And I was still exercising too, because I was doing my affirmations and my goal visualizing. So that kind of motivated me too. But then I realized my exercises weren't going to match my goal. So then I had to spend 2 or 3 weeks trying to get into a routine of, okay, Monday is gym, it's legs. And then I was like, it didn't work because Tuesday was tennis. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to play tennis after you've trained legs really hard. It is horrible. Don't do it. You cannot move on the tennis court. And I stuffed up. And so I was like, oh no, what am I going to do? Had to adapt it. So now choose Monday's chest and biceps, Thursday's legs. So, it's constantly changing it. But now the eating's right, the exercise is right. Now, the next thing that I've got to do is work on my sleep because I'm only getting 5 hours to 7 hours each night because I keep exercising and cooking all these meals that are taking me a lot longer to cook and clean than I thought. So it's constantly a work in progress, but it's never about like I'm failing. It's just, oh, okay, I've just learned another thing that I need to figure out. And that's where the stacking is very, very important. Getting into the habit of being someone who's going to achieve your goal could take you 3 months to develop just 5 simple habits that are going to help you get there. And that's okay. That's just part of the process. You're only going to fail when you constantly set yourself tasks that you're not programmed to do or you're not very good at yet.
yeah, sometimes for me it was habit stacking. It might not have been like every day or every week, but I go to like a in-person like movie group and oh, I park at the library. So it's like, okay, all I have to do is I could just, get some books that I'm gonna donate and it's right there, and then I'm gonna have a good time, but I did something. Or when I volunteer at the library, it's like, okay, well, take a few books and I'm gonna be right there. So I kind of, or doing certain, errands and dropping things off, just doing that, even if it wasn't once a week or even, sometimes just a few times a month. Just it's been helpful for
Mm.
me.
One of the things I've found about pretty much every successful person that I've interviewed, because I'm very curious about what successful people do, their routine really doesn't vary much, is one of the things that I've found. They eat the same things consistently, they do the same exercises, they get up at the same time, they do things consistently. And I was talking to one of them and I said, "Why do you eat the same things, wake up?" He goes, "Because then I don't have to think about it. I can actually focus on my goal. So I don't want to wake up and worry about what to wear because I just have the same clothes, so I wear them all the time. I don't want to have to think about what to eat, so I eat the same things all the time. I don't want to think about what time I'm going to bed or what I need to do. It's planned, it's a habit, I just do it. That way I've got all
Yeah.
my thinking time for that. So if you're constantly shifting around habits and changing different things all the time, you end up just being obsessed with all the different little habits rather than the goal. And
Mhm.
then that becomes really one of the things, my favorite sayings is, in the absence of clearly defined goals, we become oddly obsessed with the mundane until ultimately we're enslaved by it. So trying to just get those little things going that you need just to get yourself in good space and then focusing on the goal. I find that's the
That's
way.
yeah. I read about the late Queen Elizabeth, and she talked about how a lot of times she ate the same things and she wanted to keep about the same weight because then she didn't have to go to the dress fittings. They already could do it for her, and that saved like so much time.
Oh my
I thought
God.
that was really neat.
I have to buy all new clothes at the moment. I'm really annoyed about it because I've had to go buy more clothes because I've put on like 4 kilos in the last 4 months, and it's like every time I put a t-shirt on, I'm like, it's so tight on me. I feel like really silly. I put a pair of pants on the other day, and I was like, I haven't worn these for a while. I bent over. I'm like, I don't think I can touch my toes right now in these. So I'm gonna have to go do that. But my plan is I'm gonna keep doing this. So I need all the clothes, and then once I buy all the new clothes, I'm just gonna throw out or donate all my other ones. So then I have to stay that way. Otherwise, I'll have to go do it again. But that's where the accountability part comes in. It's like I want to make it so that I can't fail. Like I've got my F45 things. I'm booked in for Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, and that's locked in. I've got like 3 weeks, all those sessions booked, and they cost like $20 each, so I can't get out of it. So it's trying to find ways to hold yourself accountable. Talk to my partner. We come up with deals for things that we have to do. If you don't have someone to do that with, then yeah, just reaching out to someone to have that accountability to what you're going to do is going to be very helpful. All right. Thanks for sharing, Brittany. Appreciate it. All right, next up we've got, last but not least, we've got Rose. Rose, do you have a question, a takeaway from tonight, or an insight you'd like to share?
Hi everyone. Um, yeah, I thought what you said about the accountability was quite good about how you said um sort of try and play to your own, I guess, traits. Like you said, something about the public thing for you is important. So if you put it out there, then it sort of drives you to do it. And for me, like I've found, and I guess just been um, just by chance, but with the challenges that you do and the having to record it, and so I guess post the daily um, status updates. I've always been, um, I really hate crosses. So I just have to do it. I have to do the challenge with my post. Like that's why half the time it's like at 1 in the morning because I'm like, I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm not going to do it. I just hate crosses. I've always hated crosses. Like at school and stuff. So I've always been kind of compulsive, you know, that kind of compulsive student. So it's actually, I guess, good to use that um in a way bad trait to my advantage. And that's actually been really, really good.
Yeah, uh, uh, I'm the same, Rose. That's why I like it. And I think also very important, if you're looking for accountability, use accountability with people who care about you succeeding.
Mm.
That's a really important thing. And find someone who wants to see you win. Even with my friends, the guys at work, when I was quitting smoking, um, they knew that I didn't want to smoke anymore, and they were happy, but they also wanted the incentive. So I wanted them to check in on me. So that's why I made it $100.
Mhm.
So yeah, it is about finding what's going to work for you, and yeah, if it's putting a cross down makes you feel bad or something, then lean into that.
Yeah. Yeah, and posting it in the groups. I like that. I'm actually keeping my own diary, but I copy, my responses into the group chat. It's good sort of knowing that um yeah, there's people in the chat that sort of cheer you on kind of thing. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, perfect. Love it. Excellent work, guys. Well done. And I do want to say, Rose, I love the way that you've shown up to, like, especially the last few calls and even with the journaling, the way that you've responded with things. I just want to say that as from an outside perspective over the last couple of months, I can see that you've really shifted. You're really putting effort into your mindset and how you're thinking about your goals. And it's really showing in the way that you're interacting in different situations. So, yeah, I just want to say well done from where you were at when you first came to this group to where you're at right now. I can feel like there's a bit more joy in you, there's a bit more confidence. So well done.
Oh, thank you, David. Yeah, couldn't have done it without this group, I think. Thank
Excellent. Well, I mean, that's why I do this. Like, I love seeing it. Like, I love seeing people messaging. And I love anyone who's trying to do better, I'm there for. And I can really tell that you were done with where you're at and you wanted some creative change and you've done it. You've put in the hard work. I know it hasn't been easy. So you can definitely go to bed tonight giving yourself a big pat on the back, knowing that you've been putting in the effort and the work. So well done, Rose.
you. Thank you.
All right, guys. Kerry, yeah, Clayton, yeah, no, he's all good. I actually had a call with him on Saturday, he's smashing it. Oh, hang on, there's a few messages in here. Yeah, I can do that. Brittany, I can repost the journaling. Perfect. All right, amazing. All right, well, thanks so much for coming, guys. Thanks for bringing great energy, sticking around to the end. Enjoy. I'd like you to leave with the idea that in your mind, at every moment of every day, you're thinking about something that's mundane or you're thinking about something that's worthwhile. When you hop into the shower, just thinking about what you're thinking about. Are you tonight? I was thinking about it and I was actually planning out this session. I was going through it and I was practicing it. I was revising, thinking about it. When I was driving home from the gym, I was thinking about how I could reach out to my mum, after yesterday. I had a great day with her and I got a great message. And I was like thinking about the relationship I want to have with her. She's aging and stuff. I'm trying to invite as much thinking about what I want. So I want you to just have a think for over the next day, really just analyze your thought. Am I thinking about something that I can actually action, that I can make a difference on? Or am I thinking about something in the past that no longer matters? Am I reliving something? Am I thinking about how I can, what I want, or not? And not a chance to beat yourself up, just to be curious. And if you catch yourself, I mean, for me, I have a rule when I go into the shower every time. I used to, for some reason, I had this habit for like a year and a half straight where I'd hop into the shower and every time I'd relive this fight I had with an ex and how I could have won that fight for a year and a half. So now I have a rule when I hop in the shower, if I'm going to think about anything, it's about what I'm one of my goals. So I'll literally, when the water hits me, I just think to myself, what do I want to think about right now? Lately, it's been health and mindset Mondays, and that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to shift it. It'll be where you think in different places. When you're doing the dishes, what are you thinking about? When you're showering, what are you thinking about? And just questioning that, checking that. And if you find that you're thinking about something that's not very helpful, switch it. What can you think about that's going to be helpful? What can I plan? What can I go? What can I revise in my head? That's what planning is. That's what thinking is. All right, guys. Have a great week ahead. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. All right, guys. Enjoy. Go out and smash it. Have some fun. All right. See you, everyone.